Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with some more Digimon ReArise, and we got the 100-hour summon banner. That's where Leopard came in. It came with like 3 new Digimon, including Leopard. And so it's Leopard, Metaldeadramon, and Craniamon, as you guys have seen. And before you guys summon, I always suggest wait. Any banner, I always just say wait and just see if you get the announcement from another Digimon. This one is not like oh, you must summon right away. So I would wait if you guys are planning to summon. Let's dive in and look at the Digimons for a moment. Leopard, he helps both power and tech. In his passive, he lowers your opponent's resistances by 30%, which is a healthy amount. It actually, it would increase your damage by a lot. However, let's take a moment and look at the Digimon that everybody should be running in their team. It also lowers your opponent's tech resistance by 30%. So because the passives don't stack or it's not going to be increased, it's kind of like a duplicate skill. That means it's kind of a waste. I know it's for one turn for Leopardmon, but one turn is mostly all you need, honestly. One turn in PvP lasts a long time. Maybe for Clash Battle, I guess if you guys want to do damage for longer, the permanent is going to be like come in handy in that point. It also has power resistance, which you can argue like, oh, that could help if you have Omegamon. Omegamon is good still. It gets, I don't know, it could be opted out of the team. I know a lot of people don't have it who are new players who haven't summoned on the ReArise banner, and some people just drop them out of the team. I don't think it's a big deal. To me, it's like a repetitive skill. It does give you that power damage increase because it lowers their resistance. However, the problem with that is that this Digimon goes better with a full calm team or a majority calm team because it's sub-skill. It gives 1 evade to all allies one time, permanent. Which, if you have like Brave Digimon, if you have other Digimon, it lowers the value of this skill. Like, and you could say, well, it gives itself evade. However, this meta, it's full of calm Digimon, and it's very counter-oriented. You're going to encounter Dynasmon. Black or Greymon, he has a higher chance to counter because of his plugin. Not only that, like, you know, there is a slight chance of any Digimon countering at any moment. So most likely than not, more often, whenever you activate a sub skill, it's probably going to get countered hit. It does have a short range, so you could hit something that doesn't counter, but the chances of hitting something that doesn't counter is going to be kind of like lowish. So it's not going to have any defenses. The passive doesn't have defenses. Its evade could probably be easily taken out by a counter, and that's where the problem lies. Its main skill is really great. It attacks 3 enemies, which is really healthy range. It stuns. It has a chance to stun, which is pretty cool. And it also does 3 times damage in crit, which is pretty cool. You know, like, it's going to hit hard if it hits hard. Even though there's crit resistance, there's counter to remove his sub, and half his passive is redundant. He's a good Digimon. Like, don't get me wrong, he is a good Digimon. I would want to summon for him. However, it's not completely necessary. And you could potentially hold out. But he is good. And Metaldeadramon, he increases your critical rate by 60%, which is a lot. But there's a lot of like Black or Greymon, Rusted Tyrannomon going around, so there's that. It also increases your defenses permanently by 40%. So the thing with these two passives is that it's permanent. So no O-Force, no Gallantmon's going to be able to remove this buff. And hopefully we start getting more Digimons that have these permanent buffs. Just because like O-Force wouldn't be so annoying. And this Digimon on paper seems really great. It does have a lot of defenses. And don't get me wrong, you know, you use Leopard or you use Metaldeadramon in Calm Week, it's gonna be like really good. Especially Metaldeadramon, because it's giving you 40 extra percent defense. So the 30% defense you're gonna get during Calm Week, on top of that 40%, that's 70% defense. That's like good. 70% defense against anything that isn't calm technically, so there's that to consider. Its main skill attacks 3 enemies, is healthy, ignores block, which that's always good. It increases your counter rate by 60. 60 is a lot. Counter rate's not a big deal. to fully take advantage of this Digimon, it has to be with full calm too. It decreases the sub skill. It decreases your opponent's defense by 40. 2 enemies, not so great. If it was all enemies, like that would be like good, or at least 3. But 2 is kind of like really short range. Wouldn't suggest activating the sub unless you're down to using your like best moves or something. So with him, he seems pretty worth it. Like he seems like he could come in handy outside of calm, but I think he'll be outshined later on. He's not super tanky, period. You know, he does have that 40% defense and is gonna give that 40%. So there is that to consider, but you do need to like work around him. Like have something like Cherubimon to like increase HP, something like Blackboard Greymon to like have anti-crit, and that's how you have to build around him a little bit. You know, you can't just splash him in any team. So he's okay. And then Craniamon, he has that unique skill in his main skill. Its passive is kind of like okay, freeze and increase block, which block is being ignored, but so it attacks a single enemy in its main skill. It increases its own counter rate, and then it sponges some damage. So it's okay. You kind of have to, again, like I mentioned the other one, you kind of have to build around him, and you don't want to build around him. You don't want to summon a Digimon that you have to work around with. So he's, I guess, an okay Digimon. I think there's going to be a future Digimon that does this skill a lot better. And he doesn't have like crazy defenses either, so there's that to consider. It's sub-skill blinds. For the calm Digimon, I think they're like really great. However, Leopardmon, like as good as he is, I feel like it's either repetitive or easily countered. And he doesn't have much defenses, Leopard. Metaldeadramon can increase your defenses, but you have to build like a super calm team around it. During Calm Week, it's going to be like the most annoying thing to deal with, because they're going to have so much defense, and I think that's how it's going to go. Let's check at the summon race just to check out what else is in the banner. Let's see. Craniamon. Barbamon. I still say Barbamon's like not so good. Kensentaro is similar. It gives you that evade like and like Leopardmon, and also it gives you status protection. Kaiser Greymon gives you status protection for calm. I don't know. I feel like Kaiser Greymon you could do without, but it's something I always wanted to summon with. Ragomon, very few people still use it. Grand Quagamon, it's a good Digimon, but I haven't seen a lot of people use it. Very few people too. But it's a good Digimon just because it gives you defenses to all Digimon, and it's also good during Tenacious Week. Platinumon, the deaf one, is bad. Prince Mamemon, Boltmon, Edamon, and Wraithmon are not like really used in the meta. So overall, like it's cool that like some older Digimon came back. However, I could say that this banner is a skip. But however, it also depends on what your like team is. Like let's say you only summon for Calm Digimon. Like my second account, I built it just really around Calm Digimon, where I have Black War Greymon, I have what's his name, Imperialdramon, Dynasmon, and I think I have Ragol, and I forgot what was the other one, but oh yeah, the other Ragol and Ragilmon, and that's who I have. So I could replace Ragilmon with Metaldeadramon just to increase my defenses, or Leopard just so I could do more damage. So there's that to consider. But if you're in an okay standing, I don't think these Digimons will like do major for you, you know. So that's how I feel about this banner. Like good Digimon, especially during Calm Week. Metaldeadramon looks good, but I think it's something you could still technically hold out on. If you truly want to summon, I wouldn't go like spend all my gems on it. I would spend spare gems on it. I think that's how I feel about it. And then that's how I say it's the best way to go about this banner. Just kind of briefly, what's his name? Spend gems. And make sure you guys have your stack of gems, because we don't know what's the next big Digimon. And also, I know these are Calm Digimon, but we're going to get Omegamon's Wart. And that's kind of like a Calm counter if I remember correctly. So watch out for that. That's going to be like needed, or that's going to be like a really good Digimon to have, where you don't have to build around him. You just can splash him in your team. So there's that to consider. With that being said, should we try one multi for the sake of this video? Let's double check the rates. I do and I don't. Like, you know, it's always fun to pull just for the fun of it, but yeah, let's do it. Let's do one. Let's do one. I still haven't done the story, and I, you know, spend on plugins, and we got no animation. Oh, yikes. Alright, let's see. Oh man, this is scary. We got green, so we have a chance of something. So hopefully we get it. Man, I really thought, like, I was like, oh, maybe I could get lucky right now. No. We're close. I'm hoping that one of those fakes out into rainbow. But yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't spend some. Oh, this one faked out, but I skipped it. Wrong Metaldeadramon. But yeah, I wouldn't waste too many gems on this one. This is probably the only multi I'm gonna do, honestly, guys. And I'm not gonna convince myself otherwise. I was summoning for plugins, and I think that's where, like, I needed to do. After you have like a set team, I think it's good to summon for some plugins every once in a while. Come on, fake out. No. Man, we got shafted. Yep, we got real shafted. It's okay. As you guys can see, there's no guarantees of nothing because it's like a limited banner. So summon at your own risk. I got nothing, but it's okay. Like I said, these obviously during Calm Week, it's gonna be really boosted, like really like nuts to use. However, during other weeks, it could be outshined. Like during Brave Week, Brave Digimon could just do so much damage, you know, like that Omegamon, that like it could just bypass the defenses. But I would like to try it out. Honestly, I would have liked to try out Metaldeadramon, but I guess it's not happening for us. Hope you guys liked the video. Remember to subscribe, like the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.